All right, so we're still looking at prime factorization, and we're comparing them with the least common multiple. So making connections to how they're related to each other. So the first thing in this chart I'm going to do is I'm looking at multiples of 80. So instead of just writing 80 in there, I'm going to actually leave what I'm multiplying the 80 by. So I wouldn't write 160 in here. And so I just want you to make a chart and fill it in all the way down like I am. So pause the video and just catch up with me here. All right. So now that we've got this done all the way down to 10 times 80 here, I'm going to factorize 80 into its prime. So I have 80 divided by 2 is 40, and then that would be 20. Oops. So divided by 2, and then divided by another 2 would be 10. And then divided by another 2 would be 5, and then I've got 5. Okay, so 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, and 16 times 5 is 80. So now I'm here, and what you can see, 80 is going to be the same all the way down. So I'm just going to duplicate this all the way down, and you can do the exact same thing. Because the prime factorization of 80 is never going to change. All right. So now when I'm looking at the multiples on the left-hand side, I am going to have to change the number that we multiplied it by into its prime factorization as well. So 2 times 5 and 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. All right, so I'm just going to switch colors then so you can see this. So now the 1 I don't have to do anything with, but the 2 here I have to add in. Okay, so if you multiplied this out, this here would be 80, and then I just multiply by 2, and so that'd be 160. So that is a multiple of 80. Okay, so I have to put the 3 in there. The 4 would be 2 times 2, the 5, the 6, so 2 times 3, a 7, 8 would be 2 times 2 times 2, a 9 would be 3 times 3, and then 10 would be 2 times 5. Okay, now all I want you to think about right here, 90, if we're thinking about prime factors here, 90, how many 2's does 90 have? So 90 has 4 2's. How many 3's does it have? And it has 0 3's, and I'm just going to go to 5's. Okay, so how many 5's does it have? And it has 0 5's. All right, so now when I'm looking at this, any number that is going to be a multiple, oops, this says 1 5, a multiple of 80 has to have a minimum amount of these numbers. So it has to have 4 2's and 1 5 in it. Okay, and this chart should really show that by how I've used the colors. So any number that's going to be a multiple, this is the minimum of what it has. It will not have anything less than that. Okay, so if I'm looking at 80, and I just want you to have a quick look at these prime factorizations here, and I want you to look at them and think about which one would be a multiple of 80. So just pause the video. All right, so if I'm thinking that the minimum amount is 4 twos, so that's my first thing. This one does not have 4 twos, and this one does not have 4 twos. They all have 5s, so I can discount those ones really quickly, and I know that that one at the end here would be a multiple of 80. It's actually 80, but it would be a multiple of 80 because it has the minimum amount of 2s and it has the minimum amount of 5s. So what I'm going to get you to do now is do the prime factorization for 12 and 15. So just pause the video real quick. And so the prime factorization here would be 2 times 2 times 3, and this would be 3 times 5. Okay, now this is going to help me find my lowest common multiples between these two numbers. So this is going to be 12 here, and this is going to be 15. So how many 2s do I need for 12? I need 2 2s, and I need 3, and I need 1 3, right here. And I need no 5s and no 7s. For 15, 0 2s, 1 3, and 1 5. Okay, what this tells me, so now I don't need the top information. It tells me that I need to write down 2 2s, 2 times 2. Okay, I don't need any down here. I need a 3 from up here. Okay, I just need 1 3 and 1 5. Actually, 1 3 here too. Nope, 1 3. That's right. And 1 5. Okay, so this would be equal to, that's 4. That's 9. Okay. And 5. So that would be 180. And so that would be the lowest common multiple for those two numbers. All right. So I want you to try that. Let's draw a thing here with these two numbers here. All right, so 72, I have 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. Okay, and for 150, I have 2 times 3 times 5 times 5. And so for 72, I have 3 2s, so 2 times 2 times 2, because the other 150 only needs 1. And a minimum of 2 3s here, so times 3, and I need a minimum of 2 5s here. Right, I don't have, and 1 3 here, so I already matched that. All right, and so I'll add on the 2 5s there. Okay, then when you multiply this out, 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is, this is 8, this is 9, and this is 25. 25 times 8 is 200, and then 200 times 9 would be 1,800. Okay, so now I'm going to get you to find the prime factorization of 3 numbers. So we have 72 here. So I'm just going to delete this for just a second, and I'm going to add another number in here. Okay, so we are going to now find the prime factorization of 3 numbers. So I'm just going to throw 200 in here. Okay, so that would be 2 times 2 times 2 times 5 times 5. Okay. Now, we're going to have another look. So I have 72, and the number of 2's it needs is 3, and the number of 3's it needs is 2. So I know right away that it's going to at least have that. And 150 will have 1, 2, so I don't need that. It has 1, 3, and it will have a minimum of 2 5's. Okay, and then 200 will have a minimum of 3 2's, 0 3's, and 2 5's. So I know that I'm going to use this one, right? Because these are the same, so I can just choose one. I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to use that one, okay? So I know that it has to have 3 or 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Sorry, I keep thinking 3 in my head. So 3 2's and a minimum of 2 3's and a minimum of 2 5's. So again, that is 25. 3 times 3 is 9. And this is 8. Okay, so this again is 200, so that'd be 1,000. So it's still the same, those common multiple, but we're doing it with 3 numbers.